I mean, normally I do 2 people stuff like power. You really well. Right now, you feel like you're supposed to be running. What's good, Hezekiah? What's good, Roger? What bet you hit on? I keep hearing about baseball. I gotta start, I gotta start with baseball. Good, Steph. I haven't already hit the Yeah, nah, this ain't no real figure stuff. I just thought that would be funny if they had about. Honestly, as y'all can see, I'm damn near 50. Well, I can see I'm getting a few updates. I'm going to introduce some of these questions. Hey, it's good, my boy. Like I was telling niggas though, this been a random ass book. It's random as hell. That's being slayed tomorrow. I ain't cooking nothing special either. That's crazy. How y'all not like the new logo? Yeah, that's my homie beat. How you guys doing? Who want to introduce a topic to you? Your Army Seafood. Really? Where that at? I don't even know who the author is. Oh shit, that's good casting. You said powerful multi-verse. So support? You want to say that? That's not 100% confirmed. I need to be around by love. Yeah, I don't see nothing that's confirming. I mean, I think he definitely looks like the nigga. I don't know how good of an actor he is and stuff like that. I like to look more into him and shit like that. But he has to look. He look like him. He's like a younger version. Man, I'm cooking cauliflower. Fried cauliflower with sweet chili. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. If the boy Steph, just because Fair Play said, don't mean that shit true. That nigga Frank is not going. But hold up, you said Fair Play said, I gotta pull that up for real. I just thought about it. But what happened to Frank's guy? Hold up. Fair Play must have someone to do something. That nigga ain't gonna. He about to try and save face. I was paying the But yeah, I think only moderators can pin that. But I saw it when I looked it up. I saw when I can actually play it while I'm finishing this shit. Give me a second. I'll finish it. It'll be for all of us, some of us first time in it. Hey,
This Fair Play 2333, and I want to give a salute to all my cinema cronies. Welcome back to the Power Book Multiverse and Cinema Show, where you get the latest in Power Universe and cinema breakdowns.
If I'm on a mission, is you riding like some Michelin? Homie in the kitchen, Firestones, how he whipping it. I be on my Michigan, blue and yellow vintage. Ish, make a right on Michigan. 69 too hot for us, stick on me like hockey puck.
If you click on this video to hear about Young Ghost and Raising Kanan Season 5, I need you to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And to my cinema cronies, drop the flex emoji in the comments. Now, it's a possibility that I may be late to the party, but I did do a video about this before, but I'm still not 100% sure, but the rumblings are getting more louder. Yes, they're saying that this guy, Damani, may be Young Ghost. Now, I see similarities in him in being Young Ghost. I also see him did a post where he basically asked to be Young Ghost. So, in my personal opinion, he could be Young Ghost, but he could not, because you would think, well, if he gonna be Young Ghost, why would he be, for lack of a better term, begging to be Ghost on Raising Kanan? But that also could be a rollout. That could be them dropping that little sprinkle in the air. Now, I've told y'all I thought that Malcolm was actually Ghost, Young Ghost. He on the scene, he moving around, he with Kanan already, he's selling weed, and we know that Ghost and Tommy sold weed for Kanan. So in my opinion, it could be him. But it's two things that could have happened, right? There's a possibility that Malcolm was supposed to be Ghost, and then once Omari didn't come back, their budget opened up, and maybe they said, hey, we can get some better actors now. We got more story to tell from this. We can go even further with it if we don't make him this, and we can find somebody who younger, who can grow up into all of that type of stuff, right? So I'm not opposed to anybody who don't think Malcolm is Young Ghost. Matter of fact, until I get more clues or until the season start back, I'm not going to say in this video that he's Young Ghost, but I believe
so he didn't say he is.
But as I said, when we look at Damani, man, he does kind of have...
Got it. Because I already know after that, he just about to, Rambo and shit. I ain't got time for that. But... All right. So he was just saying that, folks talking about it. I mean, I don't know. That's actually the first time I've ever heard that. All right. Missed some comments. Damn, y'all don't said a lot of shit since hold up. You say he gonna be. You're saying who is gonna be? You saying the guy gonna be the older version of Ghost? Like what you mean? Like 20s? Not gonna lie, the money would be better as a 20-plus-year-old Ghost. We need someone to play him while he's young, though. Right, right. Because like I've been telling people, the nigga's supposed to be 13. It is current timeline according to Raising Canaan. Dude is definitely too old to be a 13-year-old. First time I heard fair play in a few months. Same, nigga. I ain't never. Always why I did it because bro said something about it. I ain't looking at that man shit in so long. I had made a comment on Gary Lennon Instagram about it. It would be cool if Tommy became the new Breeze to Tariq's Ghost. He liked the post. Really? Damn. Hey, you remember what exactly post it was so we can look at that? Cause that's crazy. Because we definitely talked about that on this channel. And this nigga become, he gonna become like Breeze. Cause it makes sense. I mean, I'm sure they're making sure they get it just right. Could be an actor we know. Unless they keep the same kids they play. They're gonna be too old though, bro. Keep in mind, like I said, they supposed to be 13, possibly 14, depending on what year they decide to put them out. The ones they showed, they at that time they could have portrayed to be maybe 14, 13 year olds. I mean 14, 15 year olds, but keep in mind that was 6 years ago. They're gonna look older. They ain't gonna be able to pull off no 13 year old. Y'all realistic. Right, support. Yeah, they're too old. Man, here's a kind. Man, I'm over here shopping for a headphone. Selling Rose. The one that played Young Tommy ain't that. Yeah, but look, you say he ain't that old. I'm pretty sure he's at least in his 20s. I mean, Young Tommy might stay the same. It all depends. But like I said, all of them, I seriously doubt it because like 6 years, you can do some aging in 6 years, especially when you're trying to portray a little teenager, a very young teenager. Now, it wouldn't matter that much if let's say you're 25 and you're trying to play 18, 19-year-old. That ain't that much different. So 14, basically, you're still a child. See, 25? Yeah. 25 probably be too old to be playing at 13 years. You said he talked about it, support? I mean, I'm not going to say it's impossible, bro, but I think it's kind of unlikely because them people definitely aging. He actually looked more like Tariq brother or something than Ghost. So now that I look at it, yeah, it didn't like go Tariq brother. Tariq had a long life lost brother. I would have said maybe my friends didn't know the person. Yeah, it's probably gonna be a random. Nigga, everybody could taller than Makai. We're gonna have a hard time with that. That's the poll support. No, I can't copy and paste it. No, I'm gonna have to go to the Instagram. YouTube to be able to click it. Okay, so this is Gary Lennon's IG page. Which post is the one that he commented on? The second recent post? Okay, let me get that. A lot of these. Okay, I see it. I see it right here. There you go, right there. I mean, it could have best been liking it to be liking it, but I mean, it could be that that's what's to come. Who knows? It's crazy. But I don't know though, because he didn't like everything though. Look, like whoever this guy is here, he's saying he need to cast me as younger ghost. He ain't like that shit. He's like, he took his last out. I don't know who this is. This is random, but let me see. I mean, he ain't that far off, I guess, but like he would have to. It would be the same as the other guy. It would have to be like 20-something-year-old ghost or some shit. Hey, yeah, that could be something though. That's crazy. Chosen Jacob. Who is that? It's just been rumors. They say he might be. I think it's. I don't know. I think it might be some BS. Say, yeah, don't folks definitely be paying attention. Okay, so among all the things that's coming that we know is coming for Raising Kanan season 5 and Origins. What are y'all most looking forward to seeing? Wonder if I post the comments to Courtney Kemp Instagram and see what we have. Which comments? That might they go. Raising Kanan season 5. I'm most excited to see Breeze and Kanan. Cool, go. Origins, the whole thing. Yeah. Well, negative. Just not a Tariq fan. What's good, Ronald? All right. I appreciate you stopping through, man. You know, like always, you're welcome to come on for how long? Hey, actually, Ronald, I'm gonna be back in Memphis for a while, probably next week sometime. Reed James St. Patrick and Tommy Egan. Yeah, or I think Origins is coming in 2026. Well, I believe when they first announced it, they said it was coming in 2026. So my guess would be it's gonna come late 2026. it's gonna be like because we know Raising Canaan is coming in 2026. Force will probably end. Let's see, if it started in September, it's gonna be ending like late November, probably late November, December-ish. And then Raising Canaan is probably gonna come right after that, I would say. And then probably Legacy. I don't know. What y'all think? Y'all think Legacy would come before Origins or Origins would come first? The reason why I'm thinking on that, because we know Origins is going to be 18 episodes long. So it's going to be a long time. And I believe they're going to need time to shoot that. So Legacy might just come before. I don't know. What y'all think? 18 episodes, bro. 18 episodes, like normally, this is the crazy thing. Normally, to shoot a 10 episodic show like that should take anywhere between 3 to 6 months. So if you shoot 18, unless they rush it, that shit might take 8 months. 6 to 8 months. So they're gonna need time to shoot that. So they might just go ahead and shoot, Legacy in another, wherever they're shooting that gen at, in a different space. Put that out first. Then Legacy, then Origins come like the back end of 2000. Somebody say Origins, you know that. Our Legacy hasn't been written yet. And I think Origins just started writing too. Yeah, but it probably won't take them that long to write the script. Like that might take them like 2 months. That ain't that big of an issue. Especially when you got like 10 to 11 writers, like 50 Cent said they do, on it. That ain't gonna take that. Keep in mind, 2025 is not up yet, so they could finish the script like maybe they can finish that in October-ish, November. And then start post-production in early 2000. Not post-production, pre-production in early 2026 for the casting, and then start shooting in March. They could very well do that. Our Legacy hasn't. Okay, so I think we're going to get Legacy first, only because we're getting Force first. Yeah, and I think just like what you said, Hezekiah, I think that does make a little more sense to go ahead and give us that sense. Force just freshly came with a continuation, but at the same time, they may not want to give us what the events of what happened right behind each other. They did do that when the original Power ended. Book 2 came. So, yeah, they might do it like that. And I just think from a time period standpoint, it makes the most sense. Legacy has to come first so Tariq fans don't lose interest. I don't think they're too concerned about that, to be honest. Tariq already has a fan base. Either way, when he comes, people gonna watch it. Or just 18 episodes, probably November. What you think? You saying like November of 2026? I would say that probably sounds about right. And they have amount of the casting for the Legacy. Just have to add side antagonists outside of it. Yeah, exactly. It's much easier for them to do that one because they already have the core. What's good, Golson? As bad as the writers did the last 2 seasons of Book 2, they could write Legacy in 2 weeks. Ah, shit. Hey, you damn near right, Sakara, for real. Because they showed it. But like I always said, I'm going to give them a little bit of grace because with them canceling the show last minute like that, I think they did what they could do. That's what I think. Yeah, hit that like button and subscribe. Don't be a 6'9". That's 100% facts right there. I just finished the cooking, y'all. Like I told them, I was cooking cauliflower with with sweet chili, with a sweet chili sauce. I just got done with it. I can show y'all with it. This look like some kind of chicken, but yep, that's what I just got through doing. I'll start smacking it in a few minutes. Yep. I think they'll pull up Raising Canyon on this when it comes to sports. They'll have it there at the very end of the fall. I think that's something to know in 2026. Yeah, yeah, give us a little tease. Yep. And shit, feel free to make him a mod. You know I don't mind. He's a guy who's been my boy for a long time. I just didn't never get around to do it. Yeah, go ahead and make him one. That might be good. Yeah, man. It's wet done. Hey man, hey man, it's cauliflower, not chicken is land, nigga. To me, yeah. That shows. What I'm looking for in Origins is Tommy and Ghost before Kane. Flashbacks would be cool. I want to see RSJ is thinking like if they were the kid. Okay. That's a perspective nobody's gave before. I gotta watch the skill of that. Buckets, what's good, man? What you mean, freak bad freak? What's my favorite Memphis barbecue? Shit. You know what's crazy, bro? It's been so long since I had it because you know I don't eat meat no more. It'd be hard to tell for me to really say that. So I really haven't been paying attention to it to really say. But the last time I've eaten like barbecue probably was 2000, shit, 2014 maybe, bro. If that. RSJ is the leader of the RSK. That nigga in timeout somewhere. That was yeah. There's this troll on every power video I see that spams crank is ghost. White boy is Tommy. Primo is RH is a young light-skinned kid working for companies. Young Don. I gotta figure out who that young Don Carter is. Hey man, chill out, baby. Look, they need to use Emmy Brother. Gotcha. There you go.
Thank you.
Fucking RJ was the black billionaire with who he knew Jonathan Patrick. Yeah, he never referred to him as Ghost. He only referred to him as James. You're right. The mark is missing in action. What am I in that? I told you that nigga in timeout, Steph. This probably him right here to keep asking us that shit, Bucket. To ask you where your son and my nephew. I said, this is probably that nigga right here. This is probably Shaq Rule right here. They keep asking us. We on the watch for a nigga named Reserve. He is a hilarious troll. We think all the carriers working for young Kanan season 3 and a young version of this stuff. I seen him before. I think he's been on my channel before. Forget he said Bucket's his nephew. Frank was too old to be young Ghost, and Kanan was 96. He on this story ready too. I was gonna say I don't know who's yeah, that's because I noticed every time he show up in here, this Steph dude, he be asking that shit. Like, bro, that's gotta be. He probably the one everybody talking about with the wild person. Yeah, I don't ever be looking at them at Reddit. So them niggas violent. When do I think they're gonna bring back Stern, RSJ, Tate, Medina? Shit. I mean, I'm still curious to see, are they going to announce another spinout outside of Origins and Legacy? I'm pretty sure, I believe they will. So, if they do like end up going through with, let's say they were to bring back Influence or do something similar to it, I would say probably that. But if not, then they probably on Legacy. Buggies took his son devices and talked him to the right. I would be a good boy if I was you know, I remember having to do shit like that when I was a kid. Hey, I'm cooking cauliflower and I made a little sauce to it. Fried cauliflower. Damn, but then actually play a huge role. Honestly, I don't think I ever cooked real. My dad and stepdad and I used to cook this. I never did that. You say you know who lying. Yeah, because I can't see them with only having two of them out there, so I'm guessing like closer when Force is over or something, they probably gonna announce. I can see them announcing two more. I remember when I punched a big log in my whole hand was swollen. I had to write something about 100 or so. Hey, whoever made you write that, bro, whether it was your daddy or your mama or whoever, they ain't have to make you write that shit. The fact that you punched that damn wall, the wall the one gave you your punishment. you knew not to do that shit though, bro. They ain't had to make you write nothing. What I want to see is Raising Canaan is proof that Ghost is not Ghost. I'm guessing you meant to say Lou is not Ghost Dad. I heard next spinout going to be the Tejada experience, starring Drew. Yeah, that'd be great. But the damn show ain't gonna happen. Ah, yeah. You know I ain't cooking no damn real. I knew he was talking about Lou. But plot twist that is cooking steak flavored. It ain't steak flavored. It's sweet. It's a sweet chili sauce. Not gonna lie, unless they throw the Tejada's origins, I think that's the next winner. Tejada best. That's what I said a while back. I think they're gonna have. I think they're gonna mess around and give us 2 prequels and two spin-outs, sequels. So if they do give us the Tejada backstory, that way origins and whatever the name of the Tejada one's gonna be, they can do some crossing. They're probably gonna do the same thing for Legacy and whatever the next spin-out. Whether it's featuring the Tejadas now or what, I don't know. Is his own father. That means Tariq and Ghost are in the same place. No. What I want to see is Raising Canaan is proof that Lou is not. Well, you're going to definitely get your answer. Might not be the answer you want. My pops, man, he ain't care. He said right or by else was going to be swallowed that. Hey, you know not to punch that shit again. Girlfriend ain't do nothing for me or her other 7 kids. Dang. Guessing Erica your mama? Dang. Okay, let's play. What makes you interested in seeing pink sneakers? Maybe Ghost started living like Trey from Boys in the Hood. Then with his mama first acted up in school, then got sent to live with his pops, and it changed him until the bad. Yep. Yeah, because Pink Sneakers look like she might be. Yeah, Pink Sneakers look like she might be closer to Tasha's age or maybe younger, right? So at this current time period, Pink Sneakers probably, if she's closer to Tasha's age, then she should be like 10. But if she's like maybe, but does she look like she in, I don't know. She look like she may have been in her 20s. So, I don't know. If she is like 25ish or whatever, that means her ass should be around 5 or some shit like that. Wouldn't make sense really for them to bring her up. Trey Trey really fought that boy over being African. Yeah, and it seemed like she was from Miami too. But um wasn't they did bring up some people from Miami in this past season of Raising Canaan. So I mean, I guess that means is a possibility that they might, kick that bring that into the storyline because if I'm not mistaken, Lamar Jackson's character when they saying he's from Florida, something like that. Or am I tripping? No. This is funny, man. Hold up. So are we assuming Pink Sneakers was a teenager in OG? Nah, not a teenager, but I think she was in her 20s. Because if you think about it, if let's say she's 25, let's just give her 25. Tasha in season one was 30. At this current timeline of Raising Canaan, Ghost should be like 12 or 13. So, and also Tasha was born in like 83ish or something like that, 83, 84. So let's give her 3 years off from Ghost. So that means Tasha at this current timeline should be like 10. If Pink Sneakers is 5 years younger than Tasha, then she should be 5 years old. Anywhere in that range. She's probably around Dre or Roller. Yeah, and they around Dre and Roller is closer around that age. In their 20s. Dre and Roller, they anywhere between. I mean, obviously they didn't give us an exact age, but they anywhere between that 20 to 25. Those supposed to be smart. How he fall for Cain and manipulate him. Well, it was just trust. He trusted Canaan so much because Canaan has always meant so much to him that he thought that, what Canaan said was true. But here's another thing. Speaking of that, that's another thing that, I think I'm looking forward to seeing, the relationship of Ghost and Canaan too. The reason why he trusted Canaan so much that led to him taking out Roller. I also would want to see, Roller. I would also want to see Roller's part and, how the Ghost meet him, Ghost teaching them the game and all that. So speaking of which, what would have happened if y'all think let's say Ghost said F what Tommy talking about. I think Kanan just got some bad information, like he said. And he allowed Roller to live. What would have been the outcome of that? So what if the RSKs was founded by OC people? OC people. Because I'm thinking, the RSKs wasn't started by Kanan. We know that for sure. The RSK was started by somebody affiliated. So that's a hint. Would it be OC's people? I don't know. Probably not. You know what? I just thought about it. Hezekiah, you right. That's where I heard the Miami story. Yeah, he said he got a cousin or a friend. He said that. So, yeah, perhaps so. Maybe so. Because as we know, they talked about in the original Power about a Miami set of RSKs. Where did Tommy's brother JP grow up? Chicago. It would be funny if Pink Sneakers and Famous was related, but that won't happen. Right. Yeah, I agree, bro. Famous death they went out bad. I'm gonna still try to keep a little bit of hope alive that Famous, maybe they'll show us the death in season 5. We'll try to keep a little bit of hope alive on that. Because maybe, when Kanan find out the truth about who was responsible, they'll show the actual death. Like maybe he finds out about the cops. He catch the cops slipping as he's getting ready to, let's say he's torturing the cops and getting the answers out of them. Whether it's Kanan or Jukebox, they tell him what happened and who was responsible. I think that could be a possibility. I hope so. Fame still alive in your book? We all from Africa, random kid. I ain't from Africa. I'm from Crenshaw Mafia. You have to do this. Let's pretend Famous survived, had life in prison, played chess with Kane and OG Power. What the F was Ghost listening to the nigga he put in jail in the first place? Why the hell? Hey, that's a good question, Bucket. Why was he listening to a nigga he put in jail? Well, that's because he was pretty convinced that Kanan didn't know he did. He was responsible for it. And Kanan, keep in mind, he did say Kanan guided him through the what's that beef of the Trenton beef. So perhaps he was thinking, well, since Kanan was right about that, and he gave me the right answer for that, he can help me through this. So that's what it was. Blinded by loyalty, but loyalty to his own cause. Loyalty. Well, Tommy said he was loyal to his own cause. Famous being killed by crooked cops is why Kanan OG Power hates cops in general. He basically called Jimbo a fella. That would make sense to us, boy. In Raising Kanan or Origins, I want to see Prince, Rob, Tony XL, Black, and Cos Allah. So they all in the game too. Oh yeah. They might. Yeah, in terms of kind of the trend beat. So that's what it was for Ghost. The reason why he trusted Kanan so much because he helped him in the trend. In Origins, who should play Ghost's father? Alien Payne or Michael Beach? If it ain't Lou, I'm gonna say Michael Beach. Who's Alan? Who's Alan Payne?
Not something.
Oh, okay. I know who Alan Payne is. Yeah, I think Michael Beach is definitely the better pick. Because they look very identical, and I think he has that charisma of what Ghostfather would be. If not Lou, Trent will be the Delta unique. So, I mean, I think the trend beef should be me personally. I think Lou is gonna be taken out in the next. I mean, not Lou. Unique is gonna be taken out in the next season. That's just my opinion. And if that's the case, then it can't be the trend beef because the trend beef happened after Kanan was in jail. So that took place like early 2000. I that trend be happening too. Yeah, it did. It did. Since they look using Apple from the wire, I guess you meant love using Apple from the wire. I think that should catch Tristan Mack. Wow, maybe it's I don't think the Tristan dude. I don't know. Yeah, because I got to think about it. Goes that. Let's see. I mean, I guess it's possible. It's possible. What if Unique and the New Jersey niggas smoked those pop? I mean, that's not something I thought about before, but hey, I think that's a possibility. I mean, Unique definitely will be up out of here if that's the case. The death of Unique will be at the hands of the Jersey boys. That's what I said. That's why I said Trent. But why would that spark a war between, Ghost them if if he gets taken out and if the Jersey dude is taken out because he's not affiliated with them unless they do. I guess it depends on how long Unique is staying in the organization with Breeze them. I'm guessing it depends on that. I'm not expecting much from season 5. They need to wrap this shit up. Damn. You want to see how Jerome turns out? That's an interesting one too. Is he gonna turn out to be in the game, or is he gonna turn the other page and go do something else? Or just getting 18 episodes. All the power shows need 18. Well, you gotta understand when it comes to these newer shows that's not necessarily coming from a franchise or someone that's a known successful filmmaker. They don't want to take a chance on giving somebody that many episodes and the show flop. Let's say the first season flops. You done did 18 episodes. That's basically 2 seasons worth of wasted money. So that's why when it comes to these new shows, typically, unless there's somebody major attached to it, they're not going to give you that many episodes. Yeah, I mean, I think the very beginning of it is going to be tying in. My prediction for it with these 18 episodes, what's going to all happen in this first season, the first couple of seasons is going to touch on Tommy and Ghost meeting. Ghost saw a story with his parents, like, um, his mom and dad, how they are. And then I can also send Tommy the same, his relationship with his mama. Them meeting, folks beating up Tommy, go save them. How they met Kanan. And then later on, what else could possibly be? Because I think Ghost should meet Angela in the first season too, if they don't already bring her up in Raising Kanan season. Because I know for sure they meet. Ghost and Angela meet either in 93 or 94. So Angela should be in that first season. Vanessa dies, Jerome gets sentenced to life with her ex, Curtis, and Jerome's name get changed to James. Fuck out of here, nigga. Hey, that would be so wild if that turned out to be the truth, though. How do y'all know that 18 episodes is not the whole miniseries? Who said it was season 1? Hey, Ronald, you're not the first one to bring that up. I think that's a possibility, but I would say it's unlikely. I can't see them telling the entire story. And why would they want to? They can make way more money making it into more seasons. But yeah, I will say, because I was reading what they released, they never referred to it as season 1. They just said, Origins is set to be, to get 18 seasons. 18 episodes. But I will say this is kind of what makes you think is leaning more towards this will be just a season 1. If they said that Stars demanded them to Greenland. Something not, I don't know if demand is the word, but it was something similar to that. Maybe I can pull it up, but it was saying that, hold on, I think I got it up in here. But basically, it was saying that Stars wanted them to give us 18 episodes in it. And why would they say, give us 18 if they wasn't planning on, if they're planning on just making it one mini-series? Because if I'm guessing it probably was originally just 10, and they not going to do no mini-series with just 10 episodes. So I'm guessing they probably wanted to hey, just give us 18 of the motherfuckers. And then later on, they might just give us 3 really long seasons. They could be what it be. Instead of the original, 10 each season. That's what I'm hoping for. Let's see. It says, okay, that's the second page. Shit. Trying to find where that article was that was talking about. It ain't it either. Hold up. All right, I can find the bag. Look it. How they gonna cover the whole story in 18 episodes? Yeah, I just can't see them covering as much that needs to be done in 18 episodes. There's so much for them to talk about. So much that hasn't been told within that time period of Raising Kanan all the way to the original power. There's just no way I can see them making it. Unless them, even though let's them 18 episodes are all through 3 hours long or some shit. There's no. They can cover the childhood in it. Yeah, I agree. Like, say if you want to make, honestly, I don't even know if they can do the child in 18 episodes because that means they would have to knock out Breeze. Well, I guess it's possible. It's possible. But let's say Breeze first gets started and Raising Kanan season 5, we first he does a lot of damage that season 5, and maybe in the finale of season 1, he gets taken out. So that would be equivalent to him being around for 3 seasons. But yeah, that's possible. And then season 2, they kind of go towards, Kanan running things, stuff like that. But me personally, I don't think they will cover. I don't think that they'll be dealing with the early one in season 1. I think that's gonna take season 1 and 2. But hey, it could be. But I just think it's gonna take like 2 seasons to cover it. If they only do 18 episodes, that episode's gonna be long. Right, that I just said. 3 long seasons that transition to another season. Yeah, that's what I think. Give us 3 seasons of the 18. They could be standard, just an hour. And then that'll be equivalent to 5 seasons. But that would work. Gary Leonard liked every post except for getting it how I live. No label to label. For real? You talking about the same post, Michael? Okay, the 18, 30 minute. It better not be no 30 minute episode. You're going to go over there and snap. They're going to rush through all this. I don't think so. If it's 30 minutes, they definitely rush. But it's not going to be. I thought Origin was supposed to be about young Tommy and Ghost. We could wrap up with the death of Ghost dad and the Breeze. That's all that we really need to be saying. So I disagree with that because it's so much more than just of their story that need to be told without, even after that. Because what I do know is that it's going to end at least when it's gonna at least not end, but it's gonna at least make it to Ghost and Tommy. I mean, Ghost and Tasha sending Kanan to jail. I know that because this right here that I posted earlier. Sasha Penn already talked, saying, with talking about getting to know the reason why Ghost sent Kanan to jail. So the fact that he's talking about that means he's going to show that in the story. And then, I don't know about y'all, but I'm very interested to see how they go to Tasha. We know that's much after Breeze. And they have to tell that story. I believe they also would have to tell the story of why Ghost said to Angela that me and Tasha was falling apart before you came to the picture. So what was it that was happening in between, between their marriage that made Ghost say it? That's another thing. It's a whole lot that I think needs to be uncovered. The last 2 episodes might be 1 hour. That's it. Buddy, stop trolling, nigga. Because I know you don't believe that shit. We know the rest of the story. Nah, we don't know the rest of the story. We don't need a whole series of person talking about it. Yes, we do. I just wanted to see how they met Lobo. Exactly. In order for us to see how they met Lobos, they got to go for it. That's it. Don't care how they killed Breeze. I can't. I want to see how and why. Now we're complaining about it being too slow. I'm not. I'm all good with, I'm open to good stories. As long as the story good and, they're able to keep me entertained, I'm all for it. Now, I would complain about it being too slow because the show is boring. And it's taking too long to get to what the fans really want to get to. They can split up 18 episodes with the hiatus. You know how they do. We got a whole season left of Raising Cain. Right. I think the Thomas family majority will be wiped out in this season 5. Maybe one of them will survive to go into Origins, which I think is going to be Blue. And then they tell the rest of it. See the same post? It's crazy why he ain't like none of their stuff. It probably would be broken up into 6. So like 6 episodes break, 6 episodes break, 6 episodes. Crowds, yeah. I think it's more of it's probably like you said the first time. It's probably gonna be 9 and 9, more than likely. But hey, we're going to see a lot of what Kanan talked. That's what I think too. I think it's going to mostly cover the beginning of them getting, those who come and meet each other. What was their life like on? And eventually, maybe the later 9 episodes, they meet Kanan, and now they show up Kanan talking. Then maybe towards the end, I can see it coming like this. Towards the end of, but I think it's gonna be some flashbacks from like what we last see in season 5 of Raising Kanan. They're not gonna start it out right where they went. They're probably gonna show us origin stories of Ghost and Tommy Lee first. And perhaps even Ghost meeting Anthony. What Tommy's life was with the time. Then they'll go ahead and go to where they left out in see. Hey, it's kind of crazy because we know Ghost and Tommy meets Breeze in 96. It kind of would be crazy for me if, they show us Breeze in season 5 of Raising Kanan. then give us a break of not seeing them for too long. Then so I don't know. This is kind of crazy. How are they going to do this? I'm gonna have to sit and think about that and probably do a video. It's kind of crazy. We already know most of this shit after 3 death. We know Ghost of Tommy. We know Ghost of Tasha said we don't got to it. What we do, nigga? We need to know how that. 18 hours of content seems like it's going. It do. Ain't gonna lie. That's kind of. But I mean, I do know. Well, not necessarily a spin out, but I do know new shows altogether that has had over the episodes. Like All American's very first season, I think, had 16. Let's see, can't be too fast, too slow. We don't need to see everything goes to top of the hill with holding. Y'all niggas tripping. Maybe we'll see the trend. I mean, I can see it ending after the trend beef. Say the trend beef is over, and then they meeting Lobos, and that's where it ends. Remember, so they probably gonna be like 50. Name of the book is Origins. What is Origins? Root, start, or birth. Right. They're gonna show us the root, start of Ghost and Tommy, their relationship being as friends. And it's gonna show the start of the game. The only way they can show the start of them getting in the game is they gotta show how they met the game. What caused them to want to get in the game. All of it. They're gonna show that. What's the birth of Ghost? Think about it. He's gonna be James St. Patrick in in the beginning of Origins. You gotta show the birth of Ghost. We know Ghost don't happen to Breeze. Breeze has to get this name. They gotta show birth of Ghost and why was he called the name. You know the reason why Tommy said, Ghost. I mean Breeze. That's just a short story. They gotta really give us the full extent. I don't know why y'all. I don't know. I guess I'm way more excited for it than a lot of y'all. The only thing we need to see is how Ghost and Tommy came up with Kanan and Breeze. Ghost Pop's death. Nope. They gotta show, because you gotta think about it. They started the show off. The opening scene was Ghost and Tasha. So they gotta show us how Ghost and Tasha. And they talked about how they said, okay, they gotta show that. That's why, ideally, how I see it, that's where it might give us a little bit after that. But I believe it's going to be ending. Yeah, Ghost, hell yeah. Ghost setting up Canaan is definitely, that's how the start of everything in the original Power, happened. They started off with somebody hitting the organization, and that person turned out to be Canaan. So they got to show us why. We know why Canaan was in the organization because they sent, Ghost and Tasha sent him to jail. So they would have to show why Ghost and Tasha sent him to jail. That's very important. They can just do a time skip to Ghost decided to not kill Roller. It actually would have. I forgot that was in would have been easier for Cannon to get in. Why do you think that? Remember, we already went to go to war. With the first grade. But I still don't know how that would make it easier for Cannon to get in with Lopez. You want to explain that? You tried the cauliflower yet? You tried the cauliflower yet? Origins has 2 million years to 93 to Yeah, and I think that's the reason they're giving us those. They don't want to. They need to give. Look, what I believe is happening is they need to give us like 6 seasons worth of information to cover that 93 to 2000. Instead of giving us 6 seasons, they're probably going to give us 4 seasons, 18 years. But see, it'll all be part of the same. You know what I'm saying? It'll all be part of the same show. So since it's only 4 seasons, they will have to pay shit that hefty and pesky raise that they typically have to give the actors after the season 4. They can squish all, all 4 seasons into one series. Still tell the story. That's what I do. That'll be like 7 seasons. They did 8. So the war would have made Lobo step for okay. Plus Lobos would have been he would have all kind of would have through the introduction. I mean, that's true. I think Origins spin to another spin-off. Without it. I don't know. Prequels. Yeah, I think prequels will start to get a little played out after Origins. I do think that probably should be the last one. But you know how they pushing this power never ends. I mean, it's at least a 9.5 to 10 year gap between setting up Kanan second episode. Well, there go DeMarcus, people. He has hit the building. I'm trying to turn power into the Simpsons. It's gonna become the stale. It's gonna become stale at this point. Hey, power never ends, nigga. Ghosts never die, and power never ends. Not to mention that would be when Ghost meets Julio in the Trinity. See, that's another one that I was thinking about too. I didn't mention it, but I'm kind of curious to see, Julio come to the picture. This is the topic we've been talking about, in case you're wondering. People just came in, like the Mark. Tasha is Tasha is interesting because that's Ghost wife. There's so many backstories that they told us about that. I kind of would be happy with that. And then, they got to show us Angela. I'm not super interested in the Angela story, but hey, I think it is something else. Who knows? They might tell a good story where the reason why I was so into. Hopefully Victor has a big role. Now that's one of them, the markets that it was just kind of crazy how Victor was in the show and he just disappeared. Like they never really explained what happened. I think Julio was after Kanan doing it. That's true. You're right, Hezekiah. Because Julio and Kanan didn't know each other. So it had to be that. It do take too long for the Power Soul to come back out. That's another reason why I'm happy about these 18. But I think that's going to stretch it to make Power be airing almost all year. It's bullshit. I feel like we've been waiting 6 months. Victor Dookie shoes or Dookie feet put in his day. I think Tasha's dad was in the game, possibly. Find out who is Junior Young father. Well, his name is Manny, right? Manny. Maybe that happens. So boy, don't start that bullshit. That nigga be coming. Nigga be out his mind. What? Why you say we're gonna see a lot of Brooklyn? Came into a little touch. You know, something that I've been thinking of outside of because I mean this is the obvious that kind of could have think like what it could have been. You know, the reason Tasha hated Kane so much, maybe it is something like that. Marcus. Maybe he stole her dad Friday. Maybe he OD'd something. Something. I don't know. I just believe Kanan must have did something that Angela, that Tasha just can't stand, and she refused to let it go. I think she said the dude's name was Manny or something. It's because she mentioned it in season 1. Five. Yeah, he could have. You ain't lying. Bradford is crazy. What his Y'all know something though? I think Ghost's dad had to admit it. I know I heard somebody ask a while back was trying to be us about one day in the cop or something like that. He had to admit to me. Because you can kind of tell by what Ghost said and what was that season. What was it, 6? It was 5 or 6. But it was season 5 or 6. He was like, that's the end of this drugs with his family. We can do this way. So the way he said kind of makes it seem like, it's like a family trip. He wouldn't say that like if it was just him. We kind of said that like maybe his father was he tried to get his son, keep his son from getting into the game with fail. But now Ghost, is here. He trying to turn his back on Sweet, but his son jumps in it to Tariq. And now he's trying to stop Tariq from to continue. So I believe absolutely Ghost's father has to. I still Cannon could. Listen, I still think Cannon could be toxic. Hey, I'm with you on that. It's a possibility too. To the dad, it goes and to the sister. That's how I would. Now, I don't know about the second part, but I think the first part is definitely. Yeah, that was season 6. Yeah, I thought it was season 6. At a minimum, Tasha Scrooge is what she was. Yeah, I think something definitely happened. And what I think it is like, because that's the reason why I remember season 4, when Ghost finally got out of jail. It was episode 7. Season 4, episode 7. When Ghost was out of jail. He had just got to Rico. He was telling Tasha. Tasha was like, we wouldn't have to worry about nothing if you killed him. So we know that it was Tasha who wanted to be. Why did she want? She was saying that like what she wanted. Then you can just see I can show y'all. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do another video. More information on Rose Mechanic. But you can just see it. It's like a compilation. I should create it. A compilation of Tasha's facial expression whenever came into the round before he mentioned. You can just tell the hatred that she has for whatever reason it might be. Sure. If she got drunk, they both got drunk at a party or something. But when Canyon first showed up in season 2, he was like, "What's up, G? Come to the house. You seen Tasha's face?" She was like, "Oh, no." And then right after that, when Ghost was like, "Hey man, you need a place to crash. We got plenty of space." She was over there cooking, minding her own business. As soon as she heard that face cut around so quick. I still should pull that up again. Then of course, when season 5, when Ghost was trying to get answers to, Ray and Tariq, how Raina ended up being taken out. The moment he said, "Yeah, I know about you, Nixon stuff with Kanan." He said a bunch of stuff before that, but all Tasha heard was Kanan. What? Kanan? Kanan's part of this? Like, bruh. And every time Tommy was bringing Kanan around, what bitch she got? Like, why was she so mad? Then, of course, she ultimately set him up again, but he ended up getting kicked. Now, I believe, she probably did originally just want to go back to jail, but she probably, now that he ended up getting unalived, she was probably sticking the back of her head. But she just straight up didn't like it. And I think we need to ask what's a good thing for that we need to answer why she hated him. So, definitely didn't take it too seriously. It might. You just never know. Hidden links with Kanan and everything. Yeah. When he was talking about all that, just like Breeze didn't show up, you just be yapping and trolling. You don't know what you be. Okay? Those Tasha are terrible. They treat you weak. Raina turned out all right. That nigga Tariq, yeah, he needed a belt, extension cord, switches, he needed all that. Yeah, really right. Damn, my hair got like 16. When he was talking to Go, he didn't need no belt. Go should have punched him right in his goddamn face. Maybe my dad would have been too. Right. She's like, go to your room. You're going for 2 weeks. The hell? What is that? What's someone after you did? What's his name? Real Washington. Well, Ronald, we haven't gotten full confirmation of that, but yeah, it was. It was teased and put out there that it will be the actor Daniel Asia from All American. Daniel All American. He's the lead. I think that's great casting if that turns out to be true. But, I would definitely, absolutely be looking forward to it. Then he got a pretty large following with All American. It would be a very great move for Power to do because some of All American things that don't watch Power. So that's a smart move. I always felt the kids was Kanan. Might be. But this is my thing. I know a lot of people that gave me pushback. Like I said, I probably am going to do another updated version of this. A lot of people give me pushback when I say that it's possible that Kanan's the father. because of what Blanca Rodriguez said in season 5 about her doing the DNA test on the blood that was up with Ray thing. To try to feed their universe is Tariq. But at the same time, they never showed Blanca to DNA testing. So she could have been like they could easily write it in that Blanca was lying. She did sit with the child. It goes to say doing tactics like that. Those was about to whip his ass with him. Yeah, that's what I always do. Daniel Edwards cast is real. Yeah, that's what it was said about the book. So I don't think we got a full confirmation. If we have, make a video on what it was actually prepared. He said he wished to make that. My sound is erratic. Let me just try to turn the background music off altogether. All right. So the music is gone. When he said maybe if Raina hated you, she'll be still alive, Ghost was definitely starting to sober up and go beat it. Yep. He was bad at it. Get on me, get on me. Hey, yeah, he was ready there. You mean Ghost can't tell that his own kids aren't his? Ghost wouldn't be that naive, but who knows? Hey, all I'm saying is it'll be interesting. And it is a TV show, so it would be interesting if Jukebox gives Kanan that scar on his neck and Ghost and Tommy save to Kanan. This is why Tommy called Jukebox a crazy. That's actually pretty good, DeMarcus. I could do a video on that actually. That would be crazy if that turns out to be what it is. That was season 6 when he said the blood came back a 50% match to Ghost. Warner was the one that said his son. Okay, season 6. I always thought Kanan was the father from the first I saw their interaction. You think Tasha and Kanan smashed between 2001 and 2002? Because the twins were born that year. Yeah. Yep. Probably happened around that time. And who knows? Maybe even between that time period. You know what I'm saying? Maybe between that time period, Kanan was still coming around and shit like that. Trying to do some sneaky links with her, and she didn't like it. But at the same time, she had to keep the secret. So there might be a little bit more motivation the reason why she wanted Kanan out of the way. Kanan could get his next scar in Power Origins if Sasha Penn doesn't overwrite what Courtney Kemp said in the past. She the one who said that Juke gave him the scar. Yeah, but I don't know why, but I'm just leaning towards that's one of the events that he's gonna stick to. But I'm pretty sure he's aware that that's a fan favorite of things that people, you know, are actually looking forward to seeing. So yeah, I think we got all moderators left in the chat now, right? This is crazy. And yes, I know that was a terrible thing for him to say, but that seems to happen a lot when drug dealers and underage girls hooking up, unfortunately. Hold up, what are we talking about right now? Is the guy? Well, I'll say this as Hezekiah, and I was actually going to put this in the video. Oh, crap. YouTube just sent me some BS. Hold on. Said I did a community violation. Let me see what they talking about. Said content that incites hatred against individuals or groups based on their protected group status isn't allowed on YouTube. This may include dehumanization, using slurs and stereotypes, inferiority claims, or conspiracy theories. We review educational, documentary, artistic, and scientific content on a case by case basis. Limited exceptions are made for content with sufficient and appropriate context. It's crazy as hell. What hate speech did I do? That is crazy. Well, I didn't even do this is the what that dang you too. What the heck I say that was hate speech? I ain't saying nothing with no hate speech. Only thing I can think of with them that maybe it's when I played that thing on Fair Play page and they said something about it. Maybe that's what it is. And one of Fair Play people flagged it. But I didn't even say nothing about it. I just shared this video. So I don't understand how they would say it with that. They shouldn't have. Yeah, they gotta have made a mistake. They tripping. I'm gonna appeal that. That's really crazy. Yeah, that's what I said. I know we ain't said nothing hating. That's crazy. YouTube be on some BS, bro. Now, who did you say what Junior Young father was? That music was distracting me, and I can't hear you. Oh, I think they said his name was Manny or something like that. That's what I was saying. You know, since Courtney Kemp not involved with Power anymore, Cannon being the father of Tariq and Raina can possibly happen. Yep. Cannon said the best. That's what I was about to say, Hezekiah, before YouTube interrupted me. He said the best piece of cat he had was from an underage chick in Miami. Yeah, but he was talking about in Miami. He said that in season 2, once Ghosthead came back from Miami. Who knows? Maybe he took her out to Miami or something. Maybe Ghost was out of town doing something. They was in, or maybe all of them went to Miami at the same time, and he so happened to do something with her in Miami. Who knows? High as F, but let me cook and let a nigga my theory on what led to Ghost and Tommy killing Breeze is maybe Breeze discovered Raquel was a snitch and Howard was Kanan's father and used it against him. I would think that's wrong, but I don't know. That's crazy though. Your boy in Fair Play now, your boy Fair Play now saying that Crank may not be Ghost now. Yeah, I saw that. We talked about that earlier. That's why I may have got flagged. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe the Fair Play video got you disgraced. That's what I was thinking too, Razoo, the Fair Play video. But my thing is, it's not against policy necessarily to, share a video. Like you can do a reaction video to something. So that's kind of crazy. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. But that was like 2 hours ago. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it take them a while to notice something, but still, I don't think that's warranted a strike. That's really crazy. Well, it gave me a warning, not a strike. And that led to Kanan coming up with a plan to get rid of Breeze and why he do it. Either Breeze was a brother to Kanan or a legitimate threat to his life and his empire. Yeah, I ain't gonna say nothing of Fair Play again. Trust me. I ain't doing that. I don't know if that was the reason or not, but hey, Dakari told me from the beginning, don't play nothing for that trash shadow. As soon as he saw it. Dang. My boy tried to save me. So I mean, I don't know, cause that is crazy, but that's the first time I ever got something like that, and that's the first time I shared somebody like his content live like that. So it might be it. I don't know. I mean, they said it's just a warning, so I mean, pretty much they didn't put no restrictions on me, so that's a good thing. And so basically, all of this I'm doing right now, I'm not getting no credit for it at all. So I'm just chilling with y'all. for a minute because they took it down. Right. It sucks. If I appealed it though, if they end up accepting the appeal, they'll put it back up. But still, that's some BS. That man said Breeze hit Tasha first. That'll be crazy. I don't think they'll do Tasha like that, bro. I can see that. I can definitely see that Hezekiah because I know for sure that he keep tabs on other folks' channels. That's crazy. What dude from earlier? Hold on, they accepted the appeal that quick. So they put it back up. So yeah, all it was somebody was hating, bro. That's what it means. Somebody was hating and tried to put something on there saying that I was doing hate speech. Now I'm positive it was fair play. Had to be. Had to be. Because who else would do that? I haven't said anything dealing with hating, with nobody. And I did put up some stuff with fair play, but I wasn't hating. The crazy thing is I wasn't even hating on his stuff. I just was sharing, looking at his video with y'all of him talking about who could possibly be Ghost. If anything, I was helping him out, giving him exposure. It's crazy. And then as soon as I hit the appeal, bro, they accepted the appeal within probably 5 minutes, bro. So that means it wasn't nobody that thoroughly looking at my content and then saying, "Oh, I see some hatred. Let me get rid of it." That means somebody manually filed a complaint and said that. That's what that means. The good thing about YouTube though is YouTube don't play that crap. Like they'll let you file, but they'll analyze it really quick. If they see there's some BS, they're gonna leave it. And I'll give them some credit on that. Somebody said fair play content is a virus. Oh man. Yeah. He out here having no time to play fair. Use that shit really be little Cam then. Oh man. Do you think they teased Marvin's death in season 5 trailer? It's the only reason Jukebox would be breaking down, and the only person whose death would unrepairably wound her emotionally. I don't know if I can say that because I think her and Rock is close enough that she kind of would get a similar. Because keep in mind, Rock raised her too. When Marvin was in prison, Rock was the one raising her. So, you know, it might very well be. It could be Rock too. But it very well more than likely probably is him. Because I think she'll kind of feel bad about the situation with Rock because, oh crap, I just noticed something. I think she'll feel bad about the situation with Rock because you know how she talked to her at the end. Breeze and Cannon ran a train on top. That'd be so crazy. Fair play out here begging like Dr. Umar. But stop. Hey, Dr. Umar going out bad right now, bro. This is crazy. I got a hack that's going on with my PayPal. I said I got a hack that's going on with my PayPal. I said I got a hack that's going on with my PayPal. I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and send me a donation because I ain't got no cash out. Do not send money on cash out. Again, I repeat, do not send money on cash out. It is I only have PayPal FGMGDTTT Academy. This man be tripping, bro. I don't think Kanan was in on Ghost Killing Breeze. You might be right about that. Might be right. It was probably dude from earlier that mentioned Young Ghost. I mean, why would he do that though? It kind of don't make sense for him to do it. I don't know. I think Fair Play is or somebody affiliated with him is very way more likely. But DeMar can stop trolling, nigga. Fair Play a clown, but they move. Yeah, I ain't gonna just really just do it because we don't know for sure it's him, but it seemed like it because that's kind of crazy. How, especially the timing of the stuff, and like the fact that I've never gotten anything like that before. It's crazy. That jukebox versus Kanan fight scene going to be a legendary. Yeah, I think it will be too. Maybe Tommy witnessed Juke nearly killing Kanan, and that spooked him. And I can't wait to see Juke and Tommy's interactions in Origins. You know, somebody said that earlier to on the live. Somebody mentioned that. I'm trying to remember who it was. I know Michael, you've been here a while. Support and Hezekiah, y'all been in the live for a minute. Who was it that also said this? This right here. That because I said I was gonna make a video on it. When that school Umar promised being built. Hey, Umar don't know when that school getting built. He got a building though. That's the crazy part. And he said his doors on there cost $20,000 a door. Now that's crazy. Wondering what them damn doors made of. Causing that. That's crazy. But yeah, Umar is definitely a scam artist, bro. And I don't mean to crap on another man like that, another black man at that, but bro, he clearly a scam artist. I think I know it's got to be what Takari said earlier. I don't know. But that's still not a hate speech, even if it is. That's not a hate speech. And I'm pretty sure YouTube wouldn't detect that on their own. That's why they accepted the appeal. So maybe somebody didn't like that, whether Fair Play or Fair Play Millions didn't like that he said that. But you can't file no hate speech on nobody's stuff because that's not a hate speech. They need to go and look into what a hate speech is. It may have been the Steph dude. That may have been who it was. But yeah, somebody definitely said that earlier. YouTube is mostly ran by bots nowadays and not real people. I agree. That's why they have this thing for us to have a human manually review stuff because sometimes the bots be getting this stuff wrong. And what I think happened, like I said, I seriously doubt the bot did that on his own. What more than likely happened is somebody flagged it and put hate speech, and they just went with it. And then once I appealed, they looked into it and saw there was some bullshit. Yeah, one of his cinema chromies that be putting their flex emojis in the comment section. No, no. I don't even want to recommend my theories to this dude. People love lurking in the bushes to report people.
Ooh, I'm gonna eat it. Take your phone. What to say? Take the phone. Oh, what about? Okay. Because I have my vitamins here. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people be saying they be giving him some theories and he don't get nobody credit. That's been going around for a while, at least a year now.
All right. Oh, Andy. I want to get my box big. I want to get rid of my box.
I've been hearing that. Let me look that nigga up because I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know who that is either. Okay. That nigga look like a young Cassius Clay. That's who he look like. He 24 years old. The Chosen. Dun, 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 dun. Oof. Dang, it's crazy. I ain't even noticed. I've been on the gym for 3 hours. I'm about to go close this thing out. And I gotta go and check on that stuff to see what they do. Cause it's crazy. I wanna is they continuing the live? Hold on, I can find out right now. Hold on. It's not about that. Yeah, it's back on there. Hey, stop hating. Yeah, it's back on there. All right. Kanan's reaction to seeing a headshot for the first time compared to Jukebox seeing one via her first kills tells all you need to know about the two. Stole the Marcus theories and blocked. Stole the Marcus theory and blocked him on Facebook from his group. Fair play and savage. Shout out to DeMarcus, man. He come through with the super chat. Said your boy Steve H just be mimicking everything I say on every channel. I'm not on. I would definitely call him out when we on your live together. Hey, the other day was like my first time really just paying attention to him. I'm trying to remember that's his first time on the live or not. Hey, but DeMarcus, I just thought about speaking of him. Was you on when Talia cooked his ass down? I can't remember was you on here or not, but that shit was so funny. That was the laugh of the night right there, boy. Now I ain't screaming for no another 3 hours. You know that. Kanan vomited and was stunned when Marvin blew a nigga brains out in front of him. Juba smiled and embraced it. Yeah, that is true. That because Jukebox was just naturally, kind of part of that life. Kanan had to gradually grow into it. Talk about BML versus Power. Who got the best ratings? That ain't nothing to talk about. We know who got the best ratings. DeMarcus, you should make your own YouTube channel and do your analysis and theories. Bro, we've been talking about that for at least a year now. Telling DeMarcus, I told you, bro, if DeMarcus created his own channel, I'll be your first guest star. I promise you. If you created your channel, I'll be on there with you. I come on there with you. We can do a collab, help get your following up. You'll be monetized in no time. And you can start making your own shit. But I mean, everybody don't want to do it. So hey. But if he did, I'd definitely be all for it. Bill Mel season 4 definitely is then season. See this is the day. You know you lying. That's why you couldn't your grammar wrong here. You ain't even say it right because you know that's the damn lie. Bill Mel is not better than season 4 of Book 2 Ghosts. Jukebox crazier than Kanan. Absolutely. Jukebox is insane. As crazy as that sounds. The fact that somebody's crazier than Kanan. Yeah, DeMarcus, you was on that, bro. That shit was so funny, bro. That's why, bro. That's the reason why I don't know if y'all paid attention, but that's why I went out camera and went on mute. I was over there laughing so damn hard, bro. That shit was funny, and I don't even mean to talk bad about bro, but that was some funny shit. I'm sorry. He'll have a lot of subscribers because he supported. Exactly. Everybody know who it is. Support gaming, she's definitely crazier than Tommy. I think Juba's traumatized and Tommy will be some of the craziest shit in power history. You gotta be if Tommy could refer to her as a crazy. I don't even know if Tommy even referred to anybody else as somebody crazy. I mean, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but has Tommy ever referred to somebody else as crazy? Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious if Juke met Breeze too. I don't know. I want to see Ghost get scared of the head that rolled in front of him at the chop shop. Yeah, that's something he mentioned. BML season 4 power stop lying, nigga. Stop lying. Milan, Lobos, Jason Mitchell, and Jukebox, the craziest mother effers Tommy knew. He never ever considered going after Milan on his own or even thought about messing with Jason Mitchell. I don't know. I feel like he wasn't that afraid of, to me, he wasn't that afraid of Milan and Jason as he was Lobos. I feel like he was more afraid of Lobos than he was them two. Because he was when Ghost was first pitching to him to kill, to take out um Lobos, he was like, nah, that's a bad idea. He'll probably see it coming you know, before we got a chance to anyway, or something like that. He said it in season 2. I actually watched it not too long ago. And he wasn't really, I don't think he was more so afraid of Milan. I think it was more so he kind of liked the fact that Milan was acknowledging him. That's what I believe it was with him. And then as far as Jason, uh, and to a degree, I believe it's the same thing. Jason was acknowledging him. He was afraid of him too, but you talking about episode 2, yeah. Episode 2 of season 5 when he pulled up on all that. Seriously, make your own channel. You would get a lot of views and subs. Yeah, he would. When Tommy in OG power is a hothead, but he has shown moments of being smart, thinking of his own without Ghost. Killing Milan was his plan when Ghost was out of options. Now, well, Ghost, I think Ghost would have came up with another one. Tommy just was like, nope, if we gonna do it, it's gonna be my plan. Because Tommy messed up his first plan. I don't think Jukebox would like or trust Breeze. Kanan was afraid of Milan. To a degree, it do seem like he was a little spooked of Milan. Because when Dre told him that Milan snuck up on him and pulled up on Ghost and Tommy in season 3, he said he don't want nothing to do with that cannabis. Or he said something that he don't want nothing. I know he said he didn't want nothing to do with Milan. He did say that. So Milan was a bad mother effer. Just the fact that Kanan was like he didn't want no smoke with him. Tommy will be lumps in Milan's shit by then, Ghost. He was so afraid of being killed and eaten by. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's crazy how Kanan never met Milan nor Angela. Yeah, you can understand Milan, but yeah, it's really crazy he never met Angela, to be honest with you. Because, Kanan was around since they were kids, and he known Angela since they were kids. And then we get a whole season a whole series of Power, at least five seasons worth, and they never meet. Well, 4 seasons. Yeah, 5 seasons worth. I'm tripping. 5 seasons worth, and they never met. That's kind of crazy. Kanan shouldn't be afraid of Milan. He used to deal with Ronnie. That is true, because Ronnie ugly as hell. I don't know why. But Ronnie wasn't eating people, though. That nigga eating people like Jeffrey Dahmer. Milan had them militant trained muddy efforts backing them. Kanan knew he ain't have a crew ready for that smoke. Right. The bro gonna tear his heads up. But on the real, though, I'm about to go and check up out of here, my people. I'm gonna put some basketball content on here soon too. I got a lot of smoke for them LeBron fans. Yeah, I ain't gonna like it. If Milan had existed in Rock's generation, I wonder how she would have handled trying to wipe him out. It'd been tough. Ronnie calling Howard a scandalous ass nigga was funny to me. It showed that even his psychotic off the spectrum ass didn't fuck with pedos. Surprised he didn't shoot him on sight. Cop and predator in one. Speaking of one of my homies, actually met the guy that played Vlad. I would not put a terrarium dummy. When it came to the big organizations like the mob and Russians, Kanan always avoided death. He avoided Sal Buscemi crew in season 2. It would be interesting that Nazi mentioned Chico in Force, and Chico was related to Maria Suarez. Chico could retaliate on Tommy and Maria death. That's something I didn't catch. Hold on. You said I actually mentioned Chico and Forrest, and Chico was related to Maria Suarez. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is Chico the dude that's he's the connect for Tommy and Miguel? Is that who that is? Kanan being with Howard that night was a blessing for Rock because Sal was going after everyone in her crew. Yeah. But Sal, they don't, not really, because, they don't kill children. So if they saw Kanan, they probably would just left him alone. Keep that in mind. Thomas Delph is going to turn Tariq into a GTA character with max stats. What if Tariq will smoke Tommy at the end of Legacy? Well, that's something else that we talked about, Michael. We actually addressed it that maybe a week ago. I talked about, I believe that's very likely to happen because more than likely Tommy is going to start acting like Breeze. And I think it's going to come full circle for Tariq, for him to understand his father even more on why he took out Breeze, because Tommy is going to become just like him. And like he told Tariq he didn't want to kill Breeze. He loved Breeze. And I think Tariq is going to feel that same way. He's going to love his Uncle Tommy, but Tommy's going to be such in a way and doing such bad moves that's bad for business to the point that he's going to be in the way of the life that he wants to live. And eventually he could turn out to do the same thing. You're right. His name was Chi. That's true. And it was something with it, see. Well, one of Sal people tried to kill Kanan, his own man shot. True. But that's just one guy. And the reason why he tried to do it because he was just an ugly ass nigga that was racist. But typically like Sal, because Sal told Rock right after that that's not the way things supposed to go around. We don't kill kids. So yeah. I think Kanan would have been good. Actually, it may could have saved. Let's say Unique didn't show up in time. Maybe if Kanan was there, he could have saved Rock because they may would have avoided her since he was around. Maybe. Because keep in mind, the dude that was trying to take Rock out while they was at the camping trip, he wouldn't do it as long as she was around Kanan. Who honestly sees Tariq and Tommy sharing an organization? I can't see it due to Tommy wanting to be the boss. That's what all the points you're making right now, Michael, is all the points I pretty much said. That I agree with you 100%. The reason why it's not going to work is because if Tariq already built his organization himself, and you look at all the stuff that Tariq had to go through to get to where he's at, I can't see him just handing it over to Tommy. Think about that. Like, why would he allow Tommy to come in and just take a huge piece of his business when he wouldn't even give that to his best friend, Braden? And Braden's been there since the beginning. And from Tommy's perspective, Tommy's going to be like, I'm not about to bow down to my nephew, and I've been in the game longer than he's been alive. There's nothing he can teach me about the game. So I should be ahead of the organization. So it's going to be a major conflict. And ultimately, if one of them, we all know if one of them came down to having to take each other out, we know which one is going to get taken out. It's going to be Tommy. Yeah, Carmen definitely got his ass. Blanco Rodriguez or corrupt Fed agent catches Kane to Hada and offers him immunity if he can kill Tommy Egan. That'll be wild, but it would be a crazy twist. Remember that Nazi said that Chico knew Julio. Oh yeah, I remember that. Because he came up to him and said something to him. Okay, I know what you mean now. I'm not ready for the deaths in season 5 of Raising Kanan. Yeah, well, they definitely coming. Tommy gonna bully Tariq into giving up the business. That ain't gonna happen. Imagine if Ronnie would have taken out Dean grandma when he stabbed up Dean. That might have been too ugly if he did that. Yeah, if she tapped around, he definitely would go save her for sure. Tommy should adopt a nickname in the streets like Ghost did to help evade the feds. What street name would you give Tommy? That's a good one, bro. I don't know. I ain't never really thought about it. Shoot. That's why your milk be going bad too. You can open the other one when the other one ain't finished. No, so not even that if all this finished is still in there.
I need to put them to the front.
I'm gonna pull it to the front. It's the 8th and put it towards the back.
Yeah, my mom said it on X.
You should try to say it when just like this. Looks like
My bad, y'all. I stepped away for a little second. Let me see what y'all said. What if Tommy make a side deal with Noma's brother to backdoor Tariq so he can take over? I doubt he do that. Because Tommy never really been a shady dude like that. He's always been loyal to people who's loyal to him, so I can't see him changing that. Now, him being controlling and stuff like that, absolutely. I think that's a very high possibility, but not him trying to backdoor. If Tommy lose his connect, Tommy could deal with Roberto Ortega, the Martez cartel. See, this stuff with Forrest, I'm not that, I'm not that keen with Forrest, because I only watched Forrest like 2 times before. So it's certain stuff with Forrest that I might be a little foggy in my mind. And it's like I remember the Martez cartel. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's who Claudia was sliding with, her new connect. But I'm not 100% sure. Eddie O'Neill could be Tommy's alias. Right. Didn't Tommy get the other cartel arrested? I think that Shante can take out Merkovich this season of Force. When the hell is Tariq gonna get his karma? He smokes Tommy or is involved in Tommy death, then that means he was involved in 3 power most important characters where Kane had smoked Noma brother. Yeah, that's true. If he gets something, if he ends up taking out Tommy, bro, that ain't glad nigga do. Now, forget 3. It's more than 3. Right? Is it 3? Just 3? Yeah, it's more than 3. Because he would have been responsible for Raina, Angela, Kanan, Ghost, and now Tommy. That'll be 5. Liliana was born as well when all that ass came out when she was cutting coat. Oh, bad. My bad. I don't know how I said the same boy. Cutting coat. I understood why Janard kept trying to help her behind Shanti's back. Yeah, I didn't count Brains and Big Country because they weren't major characters, but the other ones I named, they were major characters that Tariq was responsible for. And actually, he kind of was responsible for Lakeisha too. I mean, not really, but indirectly, he kind of was. He didn't really have his hands in that one, but he's the reason in a way. So you kind of can add her to the list. And Proctor. Hold on, bro. This nigga got about, whoa. It's like 8 people on this nigga list. You said somebody got you blocked? Oh. Mine got a lot, but mine ugly as hell. Victor Flan getting put in a mother and pack this season. Yeah, Vic out of here. You seen my boy going show enough on his ass. Hell yeah, pink sneakers more dangerous than Liliana. Pink sneakers wasn't playing around with people. I don't think Claudia gone. Yeah, Claudia, you know what? We've been having all this speculation that Jannard gonna end up taking out Claudia. I mean, taking out Shanti. It might be Claudia that come back and get her. Yeah, I'm about to jump out here soon for sure. Denard would be perfect mentor for Tariq. Why? A perfect mentor for Tariq was Kanan. What if Tommy had Angela before Ghost? That'd be wild. You think he would have had the strength to do what needed to be done if she turned out to be a fed? If he was the one with her? Claudia and pink sneakers hitting licks in the 90s on some set it out shit.
Why you listen to me?
Man, I don't really think they too much alike, but okay. Nigga, you just like Claudia. Support you don't realize you're not kind of like Tariq. I mean, how though? I don't really see the. I don't see the similarities. Shanti could kidnap D-Mac just like Jukebox did Tariq. That could be plausible. I can see that. That'd be kind of crazy, yeah. Claudia trying to F Kane the hotter. Claudia could convince you to see it my way. Okay. I prefer my chicken seasoned, the thighs, breast, and legs of the thick pork proportion. Huh. Janard and Kane is more like. Now, yeah, I can see that. Kane and Janard being more alike. Yeah. But Tariq, no. I don't know where you get that from.
Why? It's my turn to do it. You're not in second.
Tariq demonstrate the ability to adapt to changing circumstances and evolve their strategies as needed. They learn from their mistakes and constantly adjust their approach to stay ahead of the game. And Janard. Them folks ain't alike, my boy. I'm sorry. I don't see that. Tommy would have killed her earlier. yeah, Tommy would have got rid of her. What is bro talking about? I don't know, bro. Claudia and Kane is wild, though. I think Maria will smoke Janard once she find out that he's snaking Tommy. That'll be a shocking change of event. But we did see a image with her with a gun, so I do think Maria will catch a body this season. Who will it be? I don't know. Season 3 Kane Tejada versus Lamar Salas. I know you don't watch the Shy, but Power better not do what the Shy just did with their season finale. So the Shy just had their finale. Now imagine if Diana team up with Claudia. I don't see a reason she would do that. especially if she comes with Tariq and Tariq is on Tommy's side.
I'm not in second place with my game. I'm in second place.
I might, y'all know what? I might try to start the shot tonight. Depending on, see, that's why I need to go on here and get about it out here. But I don't have an HBO subscription, so I guess I would have to. Hold on, what is the sound? Showtime, right? No, we got.
This is not my favorite, Randy.
Lottie is still alive. She survived being stabbed like Lobos at the end of Power Season 2. Yeah. Definitely agree she alive. You should do a top. What you mean top? What top videos that I've ever created? So it's on Paramount. Cool. I gotta see it. How much the subscription is Paramount? Per month. No, not dying. It's gonna be Diamond who died. A lot of people predicting Diamond. That's a lot of seasons though for the show. If it's 7 and it's still not the end, that's a lot of seasons, bro. So hold on. So is the show on Showtime or is it on Paramount? Because I mean, if I can just buy Showtime by itself and save less than $15, I'm gonna do it. It's gonna take me forever to catch up to where y'all at anyway. I think I did a top 5 of these niggas on before. But yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea to do a top 10. Diamond will have a falling out and betray Tommy. I can see that happening. It's technically Showtime, okay? Diana could flip on Tariq because Tariq working with Chinadu, who helped Alana Live Monet. Absolutely could be the case. It could happen. But also, Tariq would have to let Diana know who his plug is, who he might not do. Eventually, she might end up finding out. I can see something like that. No, it's not right. RMB what happened with Ty Swish. What do RMB mean, bro? I'm not figuring it out right now. And you said what happened with Ty Swish? I mean, I don't know. I ain't seen him on today. What if Kane showed up at the end of Force and met Tommy? I think that's very possible. Oh, my bad. So what you mean what happened with Ty Swish? I'm confused on that. You say I'll catch up before September? Shoot, 7 seasons, nigga? I mean, if I'm watching nonstop, well, watching pretty frequently, perhaps, but And it also got to be that good to me. If it's that good, I'll keep watching and watching on every chance I get. But if it's just mid to me, I'm not gonna be like watching it back to back like that. Janard was wrong with. I mean, Janard is the biggest character out of Force outside of Tommy, so that would make sense that they would keep him around and bring him over. I can get that. Still haven't checked out The Wire yet. How you watching The Shy? I mean, at least The Shy is still active though. The Wire is long gone. I do hope Diamond stay alive though. See, he ain't watched The Wire either. But I mean, yeah, I know I've been hearing a lot of great things about The Wire, but if I'm gonna choose between the show that's currently airing versus the show that's already done, that's not Power, then I'm gonna go with the show that's still airing. Oh, and Snowfall, and Snowfall getting ready to come back. So, but anyways, bro, I told you I was gonna get up out of here like an hour ago, and here I am, still on here. I ain't even noticed. Y'all don't talk me back into another goddamn. Cause I think I first said that like what? Maybe when I had been screaming for like 2 hours and 2.5 hours and something. Now it's damn near 4 hours. I'm about to get up out here. Y'all folks. I just want to see how they're gonna cross over Tariq into Force. Yeah, that's something I'm very much curious to see as well. I still gotta watch that too. Cool. But anyways, though, my good people. No, nigga, ain't no 6 more hours. I'm about to go ahead and get up off here. But like always, appreciate everybody that stopped through. Always a great pleasure rapping it and chopping it up with you people. But I gotta get up out of here because I got stuff to do later on tomorrow. And like I said, I might try to watch. Who knows? I might try to watch The Shy tonight. I'll let y'all know. Right, ain't no way in hell I'm about to be up to about 5 in the morning. That mind you. But anyways, until next time, folks.